All right, yeah, sorry, Abba, Yakusia, Yamamene who says 1760. You could not a brew, or another abbrew for Brana or also, Edging in the name of now, Odini Juma, as I said, Odi Eonum. A brass said in President Mujimedin, Ebro, or Benjamin Jumedin, so Adom TV, multi TV. So, text message line here 1760. Now, what you are brain near to making kind amount and temperance. Make sure. So the text message never brain near to me I can be man in the comments. And pay I was always the work on in Pesha, so I did share on them. One of my journey, the young for a year era Emmanuel a Jacon. Ewa Hanusi, Era Jacon, I call them about there.
Yeah, I mean,
Pesha Boko.
I'm put on the Roma. I'm going to a crowd of but it be over there, you know.
There seems to be ugly noises for the past 2 weeks or concerns, and you seem to be unreasonably silent.
Oh, dear him, catch me pa. Dear him, ugly noise, no. First define it, dear ugly noise. The only kind of cheerful.
But some Bevlo is lawless, vice chancellor.
Oh, that's the way they buy. I'm ya can what's up the dada. About this, I'm
comfortable. Said no, maybe say because
oh, there be na day. Oh, my hearing. I hear pa na dear papa.
But the key words no say. Umpesuasu. Nipe kubi homotu anamoa. Edi yeni. Any how near Tete, every Ghana for the donor.
A dear Ben, no, yeah, a dear Ben, when you pack proper. Oh, my, I day. Who to run what they say, Bonnie near. To near, I don't know,
maybe 2 dear mere design incoming Central Regional NDC chairman. Nipa Binim say, obey, obey more votes. Ama NDC will free maintain. We don't have an educated fisherman, but the deal of the true money there, or the filling almost every form. Alote the Jacob or the ex account, I Jacobs. Alote Jacobs.
I am pura.
I will tell you how very central in Germany.
No one does it.
So do lawyer.
Oh, German, I mean, no man.
I will tell you, who know the buy? I don't know.
Another muti. Oh, don't touch it. Oh,
that's a challenge for our so mudia.
Oh, more I assume that's central region for some. No, my year was central region is no joke.
So, Jaco, Umpesuasu around America. I'm saying, if a co being to me, Ghana for the donor and go through a how, which is National Security Coordinator, the crater or the Barbon China, inconvenience and a nuisance, and the key words, no, out the buy. And as I'm talking, I no fin, sir. I feel the.
Oh, my. Sir. National Security Coordinator, as I mean, a camera, yes, a chamukra.
And Trey, we said the Gusu Dinkomo. Even if you say, Suapon and Casano in court, quite irresponsible and insensitive to the plight. And Omunyanti, Nyoma AC and area, she said, Nyoma Sasa, into the university of 80 years back, can't be seen. And then we are here.
Oh, my, you see, a dear man, a dear who can, I still wouldn't Montreal.
You didn't come over. And come on, ye did, but I'm saying,
the university no money be our me and be our tour. University near Bonibia, university no on two Mrebia. What I say? And so make to say, to every rule there can be an exception. To every rule, oh my name, rule BM. There would be exceptions.
But we are stakeholders. Several meetings are invested in interested parties. You've been part of it.
I have engaged the Vice Chancellor.
After, and I said, proud to the
chaos. I did SRT. Oh, my. Oh, dear, you fractures. You been up, you fractures. Now, a buying Fiasia, President Kufua buying Fiasia, or yet. Legon quantum point. I could see in fact, it is in lots, but a year from enkraya ekosi ebri ayeyeye lota ewo legon animu no party bi edru baby na chekakra na omo beye no na ewo say ye close to main entrance to the university and university no abai ko hu omo and the university no create access a free emra ye free university ase emra a free ase 1948 Nansaya as far as late as 2010 yes at 806 emra no ma ho kwan say university no 80 limited access ewo mra mu say ade ayeye ewo mu na obahene anya legon nko university bia say ye tech say in fact mean public private university even the public universities impa university for professional studies even secondary schools na no me kan wasemi me kan me am secondary school primary college emra na me wo ho na ekwan no ba ko da sunteso honum na ba ko da sufu line satime na enye dual carriage na a single lane na traffic etimi ba and so it was inconceivable say obi be ka say traffic aba etino na trotofo nyina betwia fa primary college mu efa ho say ye kwa abuakwa into the baba abesi sufu line.
They manage it well because there was a time as well for no be directed traffic first.
Oh, now the NDS directed traffic.
It was managed well.
Now so manage it. Don't break the law. Don't make primary college a thoroughfare. Akwanu ba kukura that na say me kind obi kire me say kwanu ba kukura ada adoto ho. Adenti na no so obi twamako kokoso ni nyantrance a yemfa ho nkro. Oti ase. That is not aban primary college na aban dia.
Who compare?
It is not a thoroughfare.
Compare.
Media ban lower level.
compare
probably apples to mango and now because
me see media ban lower level
at no point in time Anna Prempe College. Eka say no Prempe College sticker, no entry. Anna Prempe College institute say.
Who said?
Who said? Institute say. Yeah, sika bi wa
opese. Who dey omayine? Say we benya botre abaya chira.
Why not? Why not?
Na be kan le gondie. Entini ya kwanya ye block men from time immemorial. Na university no wa e main entrance kese no. Obia Timiko, you didn't need a sticker. But there were other routes that you would not be allowed from time immemorial. You would not be allowed to pass if you didn't have a sticker. From time immemorial. And you know, kwanya highway for Sraya, ya divert kwanya free mo. Emma university no crowd, you must ask mama, yes, I give for bypass. No. What you say? Then, a kwanya say, na ekwano because of the load no ekwano tutu omu ko bisa say omu betimi aye it was pointed out say omu road no a private road and can aban entino media me I commend the university administration say kom be ye twan aba asai kura this say ye be ye no foforo no they took remedial measures to protect it. And omukoje bosia be ye asphalt overlay. Domo ye no na eye bosia. And omukoje ye. Abosia so de ye mfa nche. So na do oni makoje bosia wo na wo so opa ho akande kotuaka. Enti no ekoye se omuka se. Anye obia obefam no. You see people confuse the issues. Oti obia obefam no. Untuaka.
Obi obefam bia.
Obi abefam a. So person we the thoroughfare. You bet all road no. But at that time there was a pressing matter of loan repayments. And ekoye say ya and abai say I cannot wafa you. And yeah. Sana tie dia okay. Dia etosu mienu awaye ne say Or see, as for access into the university, it will always be available. The officially designated access in and out of the university. And that is what happens everywhere. They say, no, yes, Okwomlo Stadium. You can come through it 100 times a day, you don't need to pay. But any other point of entry, it has been from 1948 at university, no style no. So you must be recognized by the university, and the way of recognition is a sticker. Me and me way. Yes, go on.
Me sure I was government a cut it short. Say Obesi Hospital or. What do we do about that?
Hospital. And your university teaching hospital.
So
yes.
What do we do about that too?
Oh, like who says that an access cannot be created for that? And your university teaching hospital. And it's for the purposes of teaching. And you know, also
university need more opportunities for.
You are even being futuristic. Let us talk about things.
But I'm saying
respectfully.
Pacho,
respectfully.
What you need to be says, hey, I see I'm planning ahead.
It's an instant matter. You use instant matter. So that is the university's position. Now me, the and the case of the university basic school for no. And kwadanu bia e wose omo fa gempa kwan no so ba no. Oba in me understand that is why I said that to every rule there must be an exception. The fact say university aji omo about omo, in fact I am told probably more than 50% of nkwada omo ko school ho no omo free abontin neba omo nye university dependent. Otiase omo free abontin neba. Na ebinum nyina uti East Legon na the arrangement is okay for you, but yes, so obi oti West Legon enti na afa na bia akwada totofe wa 4 years yanya ne no ne nanso no ya dware no ne papa wo so kwa adwo ko si no ansa na 8 o'clock abo nanka ebi anka ma ne da kakra ba assistant na so sorry anka obetimi de na fa kire but say yes this yam ko fa game pipeline so amra Messi standards board and Kofro Bridge and some Messi is Legon and Nimwa and some cross and some waba. By virtue of the fact that what you have established a certain relationship with the child. And you know, for me, this is why the exception comes in. Because the American say, what da almost papadum almost awufo and what's almost do almost best school there. They should be treated as having a relationship with the university. Now, me no PTA for no omaba me nice to me fie in premier no. Premier no omaba me fie nwumre am ye de ho nkomo. Asema mo kan say omo preso. The university no ye no e ye mra kwan so, but embom enam say omo ma eba ho no. Sa ebo na o metwa no. Na no ade dodo. Enti no ni die suara. Senka omo beye na o mate so kakra. And I thought that was a very good position. Life is about compromise. One tissue kakra. If you don't kind, I say, your papa, and then o my must say, yes, papa, ya juma, mammy, ya juma, papa, I will be papa de besi aquada, na mammy aquafaquada. It's the aquasa, 800, say, enough from sir, and never tell sir. And you know, I must this year, dear, two vice chancellor, me said. Roma, Emra, soon Ojaya Nadiano, then Mumno, there can be an exception to the rule. Into on tissue. Am I hearing? Tintin in the tea. We are. I get dear Benya.
The whole thing is that the council, in all humility, and the vice chancellor.
Yes.
The issue comes across, as you say, they never thought through that these things are going to pop up because easily it could have been managed for all these crises. Ugly noises in Nana. Get Marbon to my inquest. I feel to be autocratic.
Administration.
You see some of these things.
Administration.
Some of these ugly noises that comprise now. authorities need to make cassette. Why won't pen for about courage and a galaxy and I say this is what parents and they had the courage say on the cassette at 2 hours. Yeah.
Media will be maintained directly. But let us assume without admitting. And before we pass through. What you say? So let us not stretch that matter. We have a current problem on our hands. The current problem is that the children at the university basic schools need to be exempted from this.
But you don't compound the issue. Teachers call more university basic schools. Uncle can't tell my office or these are practical experiences your parents are
what is important is that can the children go to school? I am saying that the compromise we are seeking to arrive at is that Mama and Kwadano, because they have a relationship with the university.
But that is what I'm asking. So if you have a decision that has been thought through, yeah, Kwada at this age is how can was they run a shuttle buses in Jeba the security checkpoint. Now I will phone for Mama at I'm saying that how do you feel about this? And it is
wrong.
And the spokesperson,
it is wrong.
So spokesperson on behalf of the university, the argument sometimes they say it's like the university and young from shore. That's how it's coming across.
It is wrong. So okay, say Bibisa, Mr. Mempreso. But we can always find a point. Adam, I buy on your mistakes the beer. And if you buy your mistakes, I will see a cow. We seek an improvement. What you say? But media, I am in who I am and Mama can say. And group here, frame, media, no mean your way. Say, honorable member of parliament be a file motion. Say, yeah, amend the University Act. You see, I mean, and run here the arguments. It may be so. Mine, okay? Parliament. And your idea. And to try to offer. And you know, a quite trace. So, you public interest though. I tell the beer. Traffic it Temusa or quite a name. Na se obi twamako ringway adan akwan enya aban dia enya aban na yeye enya public interest ke be ma na buasi mu e wo main no obesi gate na no akọ enti de enya yense san law no so so e ese sa samra no so so e amazing ministries very clearly designated said no taxes allowed. Is it in the Omamuha? Can Obia the worker? Omaya Timu, Obia the worker. Into the ministries, you know, there will be a next century woman. Oh my
God! So that you have I don't know what persuasion. So he's been part of the meetings. Baby assembly free ban. All the sites, no. It was Waka baby or disagree. Waka baby,
you see, without intending to disrespect the high office of the president, the fountain of the nation. Internet traffic block crying up. Flagstaff House also here. You don't conform from see. Exit. You know,
compare.
Mr. Please. But the understanding is that tax is for Flagstaff anymore.
Oh, anymore. Yes, why not?
Mr. Jagun.
Why not?
Can you compare?
Oh, really? You see, the argument is something called public. The argument people are putting up. It's something called public interest. What is public interest? What is public interest? And you know public interest now. Let's just be beer or memo how be it me. Oh, yes, in the interest of the public interest. You be university just for fair. I think it is an unreasonable position.
But probably the entire near brain is a trimpa authorities need Juman. At one point in time,
yes,
academic interference.
Yes.
At another point in time, Sikebi na etim dia maintaining African and I
you see sometimes sometimes maybe the sometimes fees are levied as a deterrent. What here university for now? The only reason why they are saying say if me kwabna meti way so me person me fa wa na say me kobo me bread bi wo ha. It is only out of convenience. If anybody wants convenience, you pay for it. Nanka university they say obi antimi ma ho. But university they say I find out 24 hours. There is an access. But if you want the operative word is convenience. Me what's the go?
Any electricity for year it can be because the import of tika on person homogeneous say amobeye amaye ho atoye na my efficiency so adijuma.
And not there so who can say now they say they have set in automatic tariff adjustment. Some must it. And you know and 2 weeks be I am to petrol. 2 weeks be I am to petrol. Yes, to the extent that one of the variables no sana. Yeah too.
Yes, situation assembly and in your case no una wo hwe adehye any school no so omo interest and yeah akeka ho a ye pese ye be say
yes
o gidi say anamontu a akosu na nka kwan foforo ho a ebe masa ho ye
there is always another way na say anko basa na say wantwi bi ba anya ne ye ka ho say bi ultimately asema be kai ye me can say me the omo ye nkwada omo ko primary school no me finish so.
But in your interactions with the council, if you had that opportunity, and with the vice chancellor, people seem to say that is what I have to ask you. Even though you mean to me situations where you're the spokesperson, it's quite autocratic, quite arrogant, and not ready to compromise.
You see, Omaimuha, who has not been called autocratic, who has not been called arrogant, who has not been called. If somebody is consistent, if somebody is firm, if somebody stands by his position and principles, you are unfortunately in this Okroma. People are mislabeled. People are mislabeled. I mean, me papa no, me in the court, tech. I don't even know him as a very social person anyway.
Probably because of
I can't. Onya me yonko, but I have dealt with him officially. But unfortunately, in the Omaya etimu, so Obi kind of nokre. Obi you're consistent. Obi you're firm. Obi chirana junior. I say, oh yeah, chirana. Me, before be feel that me chirana. Obi so who me sakura. See me. What you say? I look out the way me sure say e be no mbeka won achi for their own parochial interests and purposes.
But sometimes it comes across as such. That's the reality because sometimes we want to your publisher will call your publisher will call your publisher will publish and call.
That was how publisher me. Oh my goodness. I think now was a word that will publisher me. Papa no, he has a job to do. He has a law that he looks after. Act 806. The borders of operation, the limit of operation is the act.
But
he cannot go beyond the act. The act states clearly that.
You see, the act was enacted by parliamentarians. That is his constituency.
The act says very clearly. Act 806 says very clearly. And you know, my ombudsman on ye.
Okay.
Papa yini enti no odi ayanya nia mientum na sabio obi akọ ne night club bia ba na wanom nsa no wabro na students bi ba na otwi fam na se anon kosi sumuna so ma onyame ma no masa na students bi a omo kosi o ma de ba na obi dika be fa omo mu na ade be kyen yakase ka bi akom ka bi afa legon
that's it. Honorable Nadia Tia Cran, Quadaya Cran said, "You want to change any pair for."
Oh my name.
Quadaya Cran on home to change.
Oh my name.
I said,
they have a right to.
But the intent of commercializing it, you know, so the argument about academic disturbance.
Commercializing it.
But clearly so. If you want to be recognized with the UG sticker,
yes,
the import is that you've commercialized it.
It is not. It is a way of limiting the.
But that limitation doesn't stop people from using the road because we was sticker there.
Why? So pay and use it.
So that academic interference in the system as well, it's commercialization.
No, you see, they have determined. Where's the Mamuye? Professor Baku. They have determined that as you peg it will discourage a lot of. Now they say, the traffic has gone down. That is the impulse they want to achieve.
Brutal force, no,
brutal force,
brutal force, security men.
Brutal force, I think that sometimes we must. Oh, me stick cannot be.
It would be for
it mean for.
But a fair.
Now, one G stick no for
what's it?
They say your constituency.
I am going to apply. You see, the process is that you apply and give reasons. The fact that you even apply it doesn't mean that they will sell the sticker to you. They will look at the reason why you have to pass through there. Sometimes, it is not all time. Sometimes I have parliamentary business to do there. Fine. They may decide to give it to me gratis. They may decide to give it to me at a cost. But it is a choice I have to make. It is very convenient to make East Ligona to go through there.
But Wufi said they've been considerate, they've thought through well, even using your case as an example.
I don't see what is wrong.
Okay, all right, with that.
It's true. You will never see what is wrong because that is his constituency. And the larger population of voters in university is a community of itself. So he needs to defend himself and defend the school. I mean, I'm not surprised.
But the defense could be at on one.
He's
not guaranteed that defense.
It can also be there. Don't be now one school as one. They are not from his constituency.
Who said? Have you done
but the community in itself. But controversy now, but you know, Ghanaians are quickly to react when something new crops up, especially a regulation, a bylaw, or a law itself that is enacted in Parliament. They will quickly react because if you don't give them reasons, and I expected the University Council to have engaged those passerbyers and pedestrians and students as well as parents whose children are attending schools there. Look, it's a matter of engaging the very people who makes the university a university. You have to talk to the public and your surroundings. They are very fortunate that they are not living, the school was not built within communities as that of KNUST. The one university, Legon, I am lucky there. One in Krasi and in Kro. We ye assassin nobody here university. To them KNUST. Na Winneba, na Cape Coast University. They are very lucky because when you want to fee at Chimota School, nobody set up a University College of Ghana. Mandawabe University of Ghana. They are lucky. But they want as one baby watching assassin around, even more on one part, assassin or you're the whole family of Osu, and the larger side of it, or your la. For both the traditional council and that of families are Wawa la, or your labadi, forget the labadi. It is the ones who was sorry, I won't get it. Because Abanaji was as it, in the Abani Tia. So almost if they stand up against government. People go in most schools here, universities, I was at like Kivas. 1G. There are 5 villages. Apiuska, Kwesipra, Amamuma, Kwapro, in the part of Pedu. 1G once has in here 6 square miles. Now, we see investing in Wofifin. Villages in Akeshechi. And they have nowhere to pass through than passing through the university. Until I say the Legonfu were lucky, but you see, Legonfu they were so crafty, and I don't know whether Mr. Jaku, Honorable Jaku, was consulted because he seems to know more, and it means that he's been working close in hand with them.
Oh, that's me MP.
No, oh, I agree. That's your constituency. Yeah, that's why. But I'm saying there, it looks like the whole,
but respectfully,
the whole law 806.
You see, if you sit here and use the word, crafty, the connotation of crafty is not good.
No, but you see, you did not consult with the public. You were talking about public interest. At the end of the day, university. School. Me driving into his hostel or the Mukocha.
No.
4 million.
No.
That's what you are talking about.
No.
Not today.
No.
Not today.
Yes.
You see, it's like we are living. It's like we are living in the banana kingdom. It's banana kingdom where the top echelon of the investing, they are in charge and they can direct and redirect what you should do or not to do. It's not correct. After all, the university is being funded by us, taxpayers. They are not living in their own realm of the kingdom. Tax are you investing.
But every government, electricity company of Ghana, tax and you So you know, electricity
electricity company of Ghana, they are in commercial business, so they pay themselves.
Can you say
government do not? Say I buy in workers in the car. It is the company that pay workers.
But why loan? No, why is it not on the? Is this not charged on the government? Loan, and let
Food and Drugs Board is not commercial. They have government subventions.
Food and
Drugs Board. Government subventions. You are allowed to MPs are parliament in me. How Nicodemously the university authorities presented this act enacting parliament, how they crafted it and how they presented it to the parliamentary select committee on education. Na ekudiem enwa akoye se ye tutu aboa na ye di abro se tunidi na musu mo ahwe mo mbisem because look, your own colleague is also sending this matter. He's challenging the law establishing the university community, the University of Ghana. He's challenging it. So it tells you that there's dissension. There's a disagreement between the lawmakers themselves after they have enacted the law. And it has come into force. Me say, Mutraho as parliamentarians, yedi aboa abechemu, aboa no so yo twi, so ya akoko, so ye odwan, so ye ade, mumo tumi ahwe.
You are denigrating parliament.
Law. Then the same parliamentarians
denigrating parliament.
Honorable, it's not about
denigrating parliament. Why is one of your colleagues challenging? Why are other parliamentarians challenging?
Ask him.
Parliament is not about us. We voted for you people to go to parliament. We have the right to criticize.
Me, I was not in that parliament.
But we are part of the parliament.
I was this
you
was
are
the
part
first
of
parliament.
This parliament.
I am part
it
of
is
this
the parliament of the fourth republic.
The parliament that you sit here to say, it is wrong. You don't speak this way about parliament.
Honorable Pacho, men twu hu free some ra shebe dwa na
No.
the ten say oka na asem ne say ebi obi afa kwati kwa bi ebri money so ama ebi amuso no mantimi anwene hu yi ana mo hu susuanso e de ba
ya ba musi
ya
na mo akoja
but musi musem we interest
that's the question. Yes, we go to 4 million for a speaker if you musu
why nesu me better na besu
I want to know my can't you broke or no broke all the inside
me better na hey mesu
yeah the abramu na mo if you mo in that law area then you are also joining the
the woman say I think that me say there obedient by I
won't blame you
it is so unnecessary what you are
very necessary it's very necessary.
Owe jako na obi antia de asena so obasi yen sachira ya ye mra kuni kra no ye kwa promote the whole country say the etosi wo mu no yen hye mu kena the MPC be yeti yin
there is a problem and you know so what we are saying what for me what this means is that and in operating even the constitution it's a problem be about yes it's a constitution when an incident you don't begin to ask for change because of an incident.
Oji tum say we no edi ho ye kakraba.
Oh, now they yeti be krabium. Yeti be krabium. Oh my yene.
Oh, you go see people are complaining.
Oh. Now aren't people complaining? So into a chroma people are complaining every day. Into because people are complaining that tomorrow will change.
It is your constituency.
60 176.
I won't blame you.
No, it is not. It is not. Not necessarily say an impersonal, but he needs to come up with the SSA also if he said the GDN. Just like also so no just private members bill quite irrelevant. Also say irrelevant. I also believe that some maybe owner say emu and now sir no say such lema. I will say such. But also say your father back up in that say way papa and your papa.
We should take
probably abia not the honorable person says abia se kan twe bi and a tutu bi ebe dia
enwa yeah kasa ye kan the small smoke that fire two adikase asam kasi bisa frank anye there esusu ebunze edin you look at it where it went.
All right, 176 for text message neighbor and intimate brain and kinka and farmer on BNT because Robert Jacoya was where's wagon our Aloti Jacobson, so leading member, ruling National Democratic Congress. Okay, Badwam or Adom TV, multi TV. I look at it. Lucky about center for one other room. Ana sankita ujewe yede bro ewa say lucky about center you do any winiba agona swedro kwantimpon so anase kaswa nyinya do kwan so anase won kan ha kaneshi first light udu Accra Academy ni monoma just opposite Accra Academy no be say lucky about center yade bia na ada ne krankro eda so say enjuju say una ntika kan no bre edisubire wapon so na hoju esichire yade anase koku ana malaria fakodom lucky about for na one more na bibia intimi enkoso well ya do so ne be hwe enyinam kanea ho ensensem na ya begina EPA begini se be na same hodum de contract bia na se kan fie du bia chi na se kan yesan ya pempem so ato adwuna ato ani nyina ne se ebinimu tirimupo ene ehu a eda binim ne se edika ko mo se ECOWAS mpanfo kwa na montu orutu no wona anwene wona de hye eho yi ye kohye nkwasumu ebiem uti minister trade and industry area how you do so chire musa ade we de CMPO o hwa ya ise ni abampo tirimpo de awie pe ya ne sa esi se wan hwe ya on de won sa be hye nkrata especially when deadline asaba o kenkan ni o ma fa sa contract yi ho so a na ehu a abamu so se sa na tie dia na mampanyi na anoda state of the nation address o kenkan se yen hwe ne empower a local industries ni sa na eya abo ebra kakra na chichiri kakra eya abo se ye kase kopre contract bi abo man Ghana obi bia ho kwan so be pribia wona wa ma no ne Ghana fo ade hye bisi akan clearly wona wa ma no ne no wona ho odin eba sika semu eba fididwuma on didwuma anase nimdia dodo na be wa nim chen ɛyɛ local no ɛbasa ne yɛ fanasi ni kwasom ana yɛsa akɔmu ana sɛ aban ɛhwɛ Ghana yie na wasɛvo yɛ interest ana megye sɛ wayɛ krado sɛ saa nkɔmɔ wɔ yi obedi ba yɛnkɔ gyina energy ho nsɛnsɛm no so akwa akɔpem sɛ energy minister kora ka sɛ ne maame koraa na afei de baabi yɛ duru deɛ ɔtete ɔsɛ hwɛ na kanea no ho nsɛm nkɔ yie o meba hwɛ na nkɔ yie ɛkyɛ sɛ ɛha adwene na ano da so fi Nigeria but with that assurance ohwe mu so a Dr. Rekubu Maka sɛ Nigeria for kora ne ɔmo contract na ɛwɔ no yɛhwɛ ne mfa ɔmo famra cause if ɔmo ntimi eni yɛn nsɛm no so ma Ghana baabi yɛ duru yɛn san kambom te sɛ deɛ yɛnya crisis ɛfa yɛ sika sɛm ne yɛ economy no no yɛ that forum na animdiefoɔ ne abenfoɔ bɛtoato adwene a yɛsua biribi afiri mu ɛde kɔ anim yɛmɛgyina energy sector so yɛnto nsamfrɛ afanu no nyinaa obi bia wɔ nimdeɛ bia no na yɛntoato adwene a sɛ yɛhu sɛ afiri amanyɔsɛ mu abɛyɛ Ghana yɛ challenge yɛ haw ɔnɔbɔ Jacob
amahene menye sure sɛ obiara wɔ Ghana ɔbɛka sɛ deɛ yɛ team sesee ɛyɛ na mika obiara ni hɔ obiara ni ɔyɛ se kɔnfoɔ biara nso a ɔte kurom a ɔsrɛ sɛ kurom mbɔ no ɛbɔ a egu ne tiri so bi nti no ɔmayɛ deɛ yɛ team sesee no ɛnyɛ obiara nika mi sɛ yɛnyɛ mɛ nika kaprɛba koraa efiri sɛ kanea deɛ sesee baabi a yɛduro yi ɔman ebentu mpɔn a one of the major index ɛyɛ power consumption ɔman bi a yɛsi ɛkɔ kan no o ti ɛsɛ na ɔman sesee yi baabi akɔduro yi kwasi nsu bi a ɔyi ne baba anaasɛ adwamasi bi a ɔyɛ hairdresser sesee no sika ni hɔ nti hairdresser no koraa no nka bi a mmerɛ bi a atwa mu no nka yɛkɔ no obi akɔyɛ ne tiri 1 week biara but sesee sika ho ayɛ na nti ebi a 1 in 2 weeks na ɔbɛkɔ sesee 2 weeks no bɛduru na kanea dum nti no ɛde ahokyerɛ untold hardship paa ɛna ba yɛ nyinaa yɛ so obi a ebi a watɔ ne freezer bi a ɔkɔfɔ nam free cold store bi de ba hɔ na ne area mu fo yɛtwitwa ma wɔn sɛ ɔyɛ ne dɛn mea me kɔ Santana market a cold store bi o yɛdum kanea metumi gyina ho bi sɛ ɔmo sɛ eyi nti no ɛba ne sɛn ɔyɛ ne ɛdene nti no ɛnyɛ ne pɛ anaasɛ ɛnyɛ obiara pɛ ni na mmom ɛyɛ bigi asɛm bi a meka no ɔho ɔmayɛne yɛto aba abatoɔ ɛho nsonsansuo ni abatoɔ yɛto aba a ɛnyɛ adeɛ bi a yɛyɛ no it is so important ɛfiri sɛ yɛto aba a yɛde yɛtumi ɛkɔhyɛ onipa bi mu sɛ yɛagye wadi ɔman yi mfie 9 yɛde ahyɛ wo nsa yɛnam yɛsɔreɛ mu yɛdidie mu ɔman kɔ ahoma nyinaa sika ɛhyɛ wo nsa fa hwɛ yɛn so
nsusuaso ne deɛ wei
nti no yɛka ne yɛka ho
nsusuaso ne deɛ wei saa yɔnkofa no ne asɛm a yɛka yi abatoɔ energy fa saa yɔnkofa no wei ife saa yɔnkofa no
ɔmayere sɛ ɛna mekan I have established clearly said there are issues, there are problems. I have even placed a caveat say, and yes, say you can say you obi there, but omo yedi asha omo nsa no. Maybe yedi na akoduru ni.
The managers of your energy no.
Absolutely. The managers of the
economy. The energy sector in particular.
Oh, and no say who asem ni eka.
Omo was in your plight.
Oh, it is yentimi nya ho hwe.
Meba. Oh, ini ko no.
Omahine, say me meba betra ha aka say the plight is improved or the plight is not worsened. Azute me come the ono so be kan de. But say beta frache. Kwaku so a o kan ka say. Otie. Eyemo na onim. Adwo man say o to na de wodwom. Onim. Me dear meeting me abeka me kan me dear near the red, blue and white na edra ho. Adote beka ne dear no the red, black, green and white and edra ho. But among for amote kemko so amote adote omunim. Sa the papa mo sa the money mo omunim. Omayini dear wo mo an say me sit na your parliament. President beka say, "Oh, bibi aboko. We have resolved the energy crisis." At the time he was saying it, we had problems. At the time His Excellency came before us, not all Kasano. Omamu install capacity, I want to believe it's about 2,400 megawatts. Maybe what? Say, Akosomo, therefore, it never happens. It is blasting at full capacity. 10-20. Yente so ba akokra. Engineer for mo say there was here nyina say I was here ya country. So onyame mo ye na ensuo nto. Say anto a next year the ebesi no ebeye west. We reserve them. Say oka se wo bie ni nyina akosombo ho be kire no kakra. In fact, even power no nyina ye no yentimi evacuate. Yaka Aboise enclave baby no eda form. Yesi kania yesi power alatafo omo gas omo de beba no omo twitwa so. You see the reality is I will see this say adenti na omo twitwa so. Adenti na omo twitwa so. Abayin chire yemu. It is not just omo twitwa so akeke. Every drew yeah, they used to have some problems with na omwa ni nkrofo akosai no. And na entisa. But they matter and I stand for correction. Is that they are asking say yentum. And so yeni omo contractor entisa. It is easier now. Almost see omo nipo. It is easier now for them to sell to somebody than to put the gas through the West African gas pipeline.
But explanation is from the minister. Also, Nigeria and Kasa experience quite reasonable challenges.
Nigeria, they're from time immemorial. From time immemorial. Oh, and Africa almost started building new power.
And even with that, wasn't the assurance is that probably in 2 weeks' time, no, we are on.
And no, dear, and no, I was going to come there at the next point. Okay, sir, I hope that all of us will learn some useful lessons from it. Gas, a free jubilee. And Sana, MPP are buying Bekono. They had drawn their own plans with 2 options. A buy or say on pay. So no that created a delay of another 12 months or 18 months.
We buy.
Yes. But it is a political decision they made.
Not in the interest of Ghana.
The
decision was not in the interest.
It was in the interest of Mother Ghana.
But a political decision.
It was a political decision.
And then answer that national interest.
Serving the national interest.
I know there.
But there, the say a political decision that was taken.
Oh no, it's a political decision.
What is the reason for saying that?
Oh, and they said Yama Bebre over Bab no na obi young wajuma. And then yeah, no. Omuba, Oma Beto say, Emma, Tolo for Omo Beye. They could still have said, Omuba, oil idea bako, Eka. Omuba almost say, they found something. Eventually, they had to pay about $30 million as compensation to them.
As you look back,
yeah, and you know what
I benefit Ghana.
What I'm saying is that they decided, and if it's our time, we have had several times, several times, and you know, almost say Juni, but me dear. A professional, an independent professional who cannot be named has told me, Samasa, at the end of the year, don't pa. Be a last quarter. Unyamia don't pa last quarter.
October, November, December.
Can't say me. Mr. Me, a dundum no mempe. But dear, I was say a tia biom no say, sa power no gas no eba it won't change anything. Aboazi enclave no first no ma there this soja no a light crude. It costs about $3 million a day. And my power generation no ni boy yet alote me boa. Enti no say no they are converting it into dual. E betimi a use light crude no. In fact they say e betimi a use light crude no there. But e ho akade na em say yenya $3 million a day. I am say scan me ho. Enti no yes nyame say gas no beba. And no it won't add any new thing to the configuration I always say, you know. All it will do is that it will bring down the cost of production.
Right? But
Obi aka say ade ebe wie kina not so.
The managers no anya ade.
Oh, me no ade aye wo mi pa no. The problem I have is that no create omun din.
The managers no anya ade.
The problem was there. Why the names 3-4 months ago? We were, but Ubisa almost a yellow shed, a load management. Ubisa, I see electricity company for almost transformers. Be I say, Ubisa, I say, why you be at it? Ubisa, but the issues were there.
All right, you're bound persons. You're bound persons who are reasonable explanations. My young quality persons.
Say, no, make me. Say load shedding no. Yeah, no. It is better for all of us. At least, say, yada so. Me say, mini generator, no. Minim say, and that you be do mechania. Me back home, na say minim say, and I do you be do mechania until because you mean to me charge me cell phone. Na my baby no my charging. Until no, a dear betting no, na phone no, a woo ye. What I say? At least, when you are able to tell us the truth, what can we send you sit here? You know, you can plan your life.
I see.
A lot better.
Well, more I'm planning your life.
Oh my. Imagine there. No successive government will escape blame so far as energy management is concerned.
A particular government can take too much of the blame.
So if a particular government should take too much of the blame, then it should be the Kufuor government. Because one megawatt in the 8 years of their government, 1 megawatt and back the national grid. 1 megawatt. Mr. 1 megawatt.
Over 900.
As for we, I will appreciate your efforts because you started somewhere.
Atom energy 50 megawatts.
It's been a problem with us. Now, if you look into our energy consumption, the demand is outstripping supply. It is there to be a lesson for every government, especially looking at the economic situation. And I must say there, from 2005 to today, development taking place in Accra is so unique. You are having high rising towers. Now, actually, architecture designs in it demands for air conditioners. That is what is happening now. Appear fire teacher Fosu and fire airport wall. Them apartments are see if it is 2 rooms and a hall, toilet, kitchen and bath. Rooms near air conditioners, hall air conditioning. And the air conditioners will consume power. And more so when people are selling second-hand air conditioners. And see, I can't there. As a matter of fact, you do me analysis. You do me there per day. This is supposed to be our consumption. And so there, you see, if you want, you car meters be AMR meters. You boom there. Transform also hand. You pay you power. Ofi distribution line in Eba Fanufa area. Now you there, this is the consumption in this area. Ama say if there are people tampering with power and stealing of power and the money that should come out at the end of the day, your vending stations now say consumption that's what we've started. And in fact, it will help successive governments again to know the amount of consumption, amount of energy we need for a day. Now, like I'm saying, it's been with us. But I think that here in Abridubu, we have improved a lot on our energy generation. Papa, we have improved a lot. And one side of it, the major one, oil bui, that is giving us 400 megawatts at CCR land. They started it. Beautiful.
Who are they?
Oh, the MPP started it. And I appreciate them and congratulate them for that. They, at least, improvements deem has come into reality. And we now, the fact of the matter in there, Nigeria for one. Amafu ewu Nigeria there's a gang. One pay there, one improve on Nigeria's energy generation. And see, Africa has a oil tank for Nigeria. And it's been done so for people who import in generators into Nigeria. They make good business of it. Let's see Nigeria for I invite Chevron, Shell and others to assist them. The Akabani there, now they are going to concentrate and focus more on power generation by using the gas. We feed there, not as much they will get from hydro, but that if they have enough quantity of gas, not just there, they will also go along the same line. And see, Obama at the usage of gas for power generation, akoso. And the woman, if you see Nigeria Petroleum Corporation, what on one majority of their shareholding to Shell and Chevron, and they are holding only 20% strategic shares in the gas company now. What's doing? And the there, now we are in charge. And the you dance the party's tune. If you want the gas, then pay this. But already we've signed an agreement with them and with the Nigerian government as well as the company managing this gas. And see, what we are saying that you can't renege on your contractual agreements. But I mean, I'm in the Mikita Mabu, I'm a motor, Medinidioma, into Mijim.
You say, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, what, yeah. And the compromise now is the relationship between us as the two major blocks within the ECOWAS. And say, okay, you increase in the Kakra. You the 20 count 50 million cubic feet. You the money as a power generation. And the president is breathing fire on the necks of engineers and the contractors managing the Atani gas, oil gas company. And we are hoping there very soon it will come on board. That will ameliorate our energy problem. And we are a government. Look, this crisis has come again. Now, these are machines. President Ebejian Parliament, Waka said, yes, it is true. He said it. And we were all happy. And we saw the power was flowing. There was no load shedding. There was no outages. And then we have a problem again at hand. The man has come out. The man has come out to beg Ghanaians. Look, we can't have persons of such nature.
It's an open and transparent government.
Precisely. I want to tell you, a man who stands for sincerity and honesty.
John Dramani Mahama is excellent.
John Dramani Mahama comes out, Ghana for, yes, I said this. But this, again, we're having another problem. Bear with us.
A selected transparency.
No, it's not a selected transparency. The fact is that, look, You can't run away from it.
The question was that selected.
And yes, selected transparency.
We can be.
This is not a selected transparency. Because of politics. Because of politics in India, they are quick to hold on it and to
make 2000 from 2001 to 2008.
That is what Musa said.
And if it comes to comparison, if it comes to equalization, what happened in 2007?
Senior soldier. But I think the good news is that President Mohammed's inclusive government, Ogbami, Ula Mangote, land top post.
Oh, sir.
And it is making kind of a break about.
Oh, but Ghana gas, although in Bedizo.
No, me just say. Mr. Ogbami, who was one of the pioneer journalists of Kofi Kumsin's Chronicle newspaper, according to reliable government sources, has been appointed communications manager of Ghana National Gas Company.
Oh, sir.
Ola Manguti has been handed the post of senior manager, external relations, in charge of government and community relations of the same company. So that's good news. The media fraternity are waiting. Just an indication of all-inclusive government.
What is the inclusiveness about this?
All-inclusive. Don't run away from that fact.
No, unless you
all-inclusive.
Unless you want to tell me the Obama, no, your MPP.
All-inclusive.
No, but you see, President Mahama
from every aspect of the country.
People from all segments of society.
Some office. So I just say,
yes.
Clearly it's an all-inclusive.
You realize that.
All right, you could break about.
Obama was him as a nationalist.
You could break about. Ghana, people support bad things than good. Christian Ewoho and Odewe Aba. Honorable Jakon is too biased. He's fighting for his votes. We don't need him because blah, blah, blah. And Dominic Wadun Banso. I'm wondering if the MP defending the university is really an MPP MP. I don't know why you want him to be an MPP MP before. And I believe Honorable Jacko gets something from what is going on at Legon. From Omai Obuasi, that's quite weak to think like that. He's stating his position and his belief in Timesio. Just address issue no the buy or no na dream chile wants to agree. Omai state money is workers' money, yet we don't have control over its management. What of it? I just want to know, do we really have government and laws in this country? And if it's indeed we do, then why these legal leaders taking the law into their own hands and do what they like? This small Ghana is becoming something else. Fake love from Aguna Swedro. And please, what we should understand is UG has given a route for the public. Why do you want to enter through the university to your home? Stickers are used everywhere in every university. I guess you don't know what you're saying. In UCC, we have authorized entry and exit. So what is wrong if it's being done in University of Ghana?
It's not true.
Oh, it's true. It seems Omaine is ill-informed. There are alternative routes, so why want to use UG routes? Have you considered if the gates are left unchecked? I have a sticker from UG for 2012. Have you asked why at the port you pay to enter? Is it to check reckless entry and raise revenue? Alote must say sorry to MPs. It comes without a name. National Destroyers Company, NDC, they don't have anything good for Ghanaians. From God ways Otuam and Adewaba. Zion from Wa, in fact, I am disappointed in the MP. God bless Alote. And ask the NDC man why Flagstaff House is a restricted area, but it is the property of the taxpayer. And when the Honorable talked about the Flagstaff House, he was not denigrating the presidency, but when Alote Jacobs talked about Parliament, he's denigrating Parliament. Who do you think MPs are? Gods? Come on, MPs should learn to respect Ghanaians. Razak or Tamale Anediaba. Omaine, I'm highly disappointed in all. Don't we have laws and authorities in Ghana? If Legon brain box won't respect laws, what is the government, parliament, and the court doing about it? I'm sure, Per, what we've just been educated here this morning, is that Jacques stated the facts clear. Said they are acting within the laws of Ghana for Nankasaya Mom, that you may someone. Probably if you want to revise that law. I support Honorable Jacques because if you from VRA, they say 24 hours. I don't get this one. You must try as much as possible to play the role of a referee in all your programs than to take side from upon. That's correct, but sometimes you serve the populace and you serve the larger society, and you attempt to also situate the responses you get and ask them through questioning. I will try as much as possible to do that. I tell the MP that I am seriously disappointed in him for his support for the university authorities. He must put the interest of the constituent first as an MP. And greetings
you see the contradiction.
To George Gard, the incoming secretary of NDC Atakwa from Emmanuel Atakwa. And there is no substance in what Alote is saying.
So whom am I supporting?
Honorable Jacob, good. Usi Prempe wa Jumako and the way. And the MPP man is confused. Gilbert Wabriwa, the MPP man should keep his mouth shut. Let Alote talk. Ina and Adiaba. We can all see that the MP does not think about the poor. I hope God will speak for us. Richard, or Cape Coast, so clearly, that's most much in Shamudiaba. And continue to send them 1760. Fabre na Yenjibre na Yenkinka and Faba. Somebody catch on the 7th edition of Kwada program no on our Kiss channel. You made this sound common. But we are wrapping up with an area that seems quite true kakra. Issues relating to Adia Ebinemuze 10 years and what is happening now? Even now, the danger is that that body in ECOWAS, they are being pressured to buy into something that is not serving the interests of these West African countries. Clearly,
a Brunei friend between a rock and a hard place. The deep blue sea. All of us find ourselves between a rock and a hard place. Say you're afraid of global village. If you see her, you expect all sorts of dear, but I dare no untimi select say we the magic we the menye. Everything comes as a package. Now me the mentia say we mu nyina ne say yen developing countries now so ye di ho abro kakra. E wo senka ade almost atike kan ya e wo senka ya so se yetena se na nka ye tutu ye niema bi ye kakra. Senka ade de say me no be chadia and I say I was say there must be a certain parity. And so now Obeka said there me pay bia me the beba de pay bia fabra no. I was say there must be a certain parity. So me there but say oh me no ye agreement be. Now Oka said there wo bia ubeti me di aba. There me so me wo bia be pa me famra. That's a me kwatwa ba me ni hwe ya. Se na me wukura no no.
What hear me?
But Nyumbi abiti na say. O say what to be bunch as I ebu bro. That is what it is.
What to bajaze?
What to bajaze ebu bro. What you say? Oh my. That is what it is. Ka sanka a parity biom.
Pepe yobi wo.
Pepe yobi wo man. Kanya. But at the end of Pepe yobi enim. And you know that is what this EP no. Ne fari ban bi no enye ne nyina no me no me try to be chire mu amaye nyina ayate ase kakra.
The fear is that a be weakening the local industry.
And let me say sanka ye nanka ye and I'm saying ka be 10-20 years ago ye hu say globalization yi be sanka ye di kan fo no gire ho kakra say eh ya no ebedru baby ye kan globalize ayi dia kaka ho yi mummy enye radio because every bi ba ebe kwa kuhunu no say ayem say ye hunu ankokan na say ye da fom yi a omo say bibia omo be pen omo betimi di aba no yen so de pen no yen fabra me say o ma de de wo enye koko ya de wo enye raw materials ya de wo enye craft ya de wo
the feeling why they call
ye bay
some standards no craft to saka
and as I say cry no so omo bibi omo friend no SPS sanitary phytosanitary standards o my ade no wo dey kwa say koko cry they want to measure amount of cadmium a woman omo person omo ye way they will reject it because it doesn't meet the SPS. That's what I want.
Hey slaves
o my me say our backs are really at the wall. Na me no wo ye we no nyina no ka besra se dabi ka badwam no man fra me ni alote fra third world network for no mo mra no mo mechire mu kakra nkire ye o ti ase every say I was set ye yama kwesi mensa all kind of taxi bi taxi ase that's who be here pass agwa mansa all ton bayire bi wo dwom anopay o so ase because I tell you the implications are huge. It will be said, Kufo ba ye no a or yes ye san ye be san interim no. Easy. Easy. Na say no, what's up? Yes, unisika wasem so.
Boni njere ode wosisu.
What you say? Unisika wasem so.
Okay.
Na me dey mesra say. But
it's coming to you people. The issue, Parliament should rise up against the signing of this agreement.
Yeah, but
look, let me come in. Honorable Jacob. Enyima, Europe, they contribute a lot to World Bank and IMF, especially World Bank, Europe, as a bloc. And Tambia say America ni managing director for World Bank. You will have one European becoming the managing director for IMF. That is the status quo. Now, Kenya we were enslaved, and out of slavery, Europe and America became what it is today. Then came the recession in Europe and America, and out of that came the industrialization. This year again, and when history repeats itself, this year you look at the economic crunch that occurred in America and Britain. What is the next solution? Is subject us still what we call neocolonialism.
You see,
let's
not go there.
No, Maba. I will go there. I will go there to the extent that these ECOWAS leaders, the African bloc, the Caribbean, and the Latin Americans, say, as blocs, we come together closer. I tell you, the EPA issue, this economic partnership agreement wouldn't come to effect.
All right.
Hey, who represents the Congress? Hey.
Alote. That's not President Mahama. We have failed ourselves as a people.
Because we have.
All right. Eunice Ampeduo. All right. Okay. Obi asimodishi amekwa na my business. That one smiling check akra. Hey. O betina me office abi ni masema de ba. Ampedu na aka kire me. Say obi ba na o kaza me smiling. Me titi you see me smiling. Are we live? Hey, okay, sir. Tell me about. Good morning, Etienne.
Hello. Me now so eh.
Me tell also on teach you.
Only teach 40%.
Also 40%.
All right, we guys say we didn't come out after a year more French media. Bribiada, you didn't. Where the torso and soon. Na the team point say, "You be mama di share wa na o mo frane ne wa de share no." Oh, the NTA was a Mumbai Casa media. A case channel no. For case channel ya de ebro menu about hanum say nana ya asiedu e wanum say channel executive anafi Haruna Idris so nya trade and industry minister no ono de na Idris we on de Idris events and promotions executive from wanum say na mo fraju media woni di no ana wona be ka ho asema che quickly ma sha say nana ma mihu we 7th edition previous editions they na cool
previous edition yeah this month yeah previous year near limiting ye ho akra
okay
but this time no upon popular request Kumasi fue ebisa takwade for fraying northern region for so fraying but this time they can say ye be south kakra ye be visit Kumasi for na chese omo nso kakra ye nso enija ye nya wa akra no no nso omo nya experience kakra nso afa ho nti ye visit Kumasi ye koye no Bani Villa Functions Ground na omo nije kese pa if you say na ye nko hoda e na omo hwe sena yetimi swai for kids team swai ye ho e ba honom na ye de artist fine near sad giveaways from your sponsors e come ankola me we share crowd no so ankola ne ba papa parents no so nije pa nti ye no ne yekoye wo eno ye no set match month we are e wo
mo nkwada mo target o mo na say ana mfie dodo bi a mo hwe free mo na say mo biem so obi a betimi
okay your target group near for nkwala between the ages of
6 to 17
5 years 6 years to 17 years and our parents nso so ye person mo so mo be kan nkwala no is them one na mo de nkwala ne beba nti mpenyimfo nso so mo niji nkwala programs nso mo so ye from mo so mo be kan ye ho e wo this month the 29th
yembra 7th edition so there ne be mana ye different from the akukoko sunina there be na different
7th edition ye the video games e ka ho ye the bouncer castles trampolines and also account that makes it different from the 6th edition at Kumasi and this time I work no and I had the guest artist Tutu Lapato so eba
what is akola
no talented kids aba the neighbor obe shake ho am
I see mujiskana
there be free gate is free
in Jiskada
free
we are on cry ha hefa na ye no
Elwak sports
every ben and ye shas every ben
ye best start 8 o'clock and opa I could see 5 p.m. in
I'm sure see Eddie Juma be say definitely about nipeku bi a omo aso yase on beso omo boy and send it to me abaso no for kids no more this time almost
this time no yeah fa cowbell for it's me afa program we so asho monsa no almost see on be my packages be brave if you akola bi oba be ye activity ni oba emerge as winner Uba home poa ehun hia kwa sa obey activities chese cowbell di nyama bebre aba obecha ma obia nsake bi ewo for kids fun day out and na vovo tab nso so omo design special iPad be a friend kiddie pad for children intenu nso ye de be ma nkola na omo nso omo be participating in activities no be emerge as winners no obia nsa be kan be
right finally pamcho omo san kai bi dem activities potting ana be ko so man kwada e bas ade na de ntia e wo say awfo ene wo number boom eba.
For the activities, there was soccer and a track event, which is 50-meter dash, 100 meters, and 4x100. There was sack race, there was lime and spoon, there was singing competition, dancing competition, any rapping competition. So, and I also bouncing castles, cowbell, edeba, trampolines, and I have video games. I know Ubetu Abo.